Drugs, alcohol, American teenagers' two favorite things. Now, why are American teenagers so addicted to drugs and alcohol? Let's say you're an American teen. You're feeling very sad and depressed. You see a nice big shiny bottle of booze on the Target counter. You grab that booze, and now you drink the booze, and then your brain triggers a feel-good loop, which boosts the release of endorphins. And then a bunch of this is just a bunch of yap, which you don't have to pay attention to. Essentially, booze makes you happy. And then your brain wants to get more booze. More and more and more and more. So much booze that eventually it causes an alcohol addiction, and then you die of liver failure. But wait, I don't want to die of an alcohol addiction. Well, my good sir, there's a few things you can do. This is John, a recovered alcohol addict, and he's going to tell his story about how he recovered from alcoholism.
I ain't buying, yo.
Well, my name is Skylar White, yo. My husband is Walter White, yo. He told me everything.
Well, Jonathan, could you please tell me what your upbringing was like? Well, man, my family was somewhat supportive of me. I feel like during my times in hardships, when I was doing homework and stuff that I wasn't really good at, my family wasn't there to support me. But, they were there when I needed to, learn how to drive or need to go to the hospital for major emergencies. But they weren't very there for me when I was going through emotional stuff. And, my family doesn't really know about my drinking problem. Yeah. That's so sad to hear, Jonathan. I hope your family is more supportive now. Could you tell us what made you want to start drinking? Well, you see here, Doc, I started to drink at I think I was 15 years old. I was just really bored and I don't really have anything else to do with my life. And nothing was going on. I had a job, I had school, but there was nothing to do. I had no friends. It was a really boring job. I was a McDonald's worker. I took the night shift, but I hang out with my friends one night, and I pulled out a bunch of beer, and I thought, well, this would be a very funny opportunity to just experience this because I had a very boring life. So I started to drink with my friends after work all the time, and we did it to release stress after work and run away from our problems. But I don't really drink anymore. I stopped when I was 17, but I just didn't really feel like doing it. Um, that's very interesting to hear, Jonathan. Could you tell me more about your surroundings? Have your friends or family done alcohol before? Has this influenced you in any ways? Well, my friends did alcohol, and I guess I only did alcohol because I saw them do it after work one day. My family never did alcohol before, but I'm sure that my dad was a drinker, but he just isn't telling me. For me, it's just more of a coping mechanism. And my dad was a very heavy drinker. He would drink on the road all the time. My dad was also very violent and abusive too.
Relax. Lady, I'm stepping away. Lady, I'm stepping away. Okay. Lady, I'm backing up. Drop the paper. Drop it. Turn around. Turn around. You're not taking my bike today, lady. I'm gonna let you have your money and everything, but you're not taking.
And my dad also left me when I was 16, so right in the middle of my drinking problem, my drinking habit. My mom stayed with me, but I think they're now divorced. I don't really know what goes on between them anymore, but I rarely ever see my father.
You're not magic.
Well, about as magic as your dad, mate. And he disappeared, didn't he?
Hey! I am truly, deeply sorry to hear about your problem with your father. If I may ask one more question to you, Jonathan, what caused you to stop drinking? And if you were to give a message to other drinkers or potential drinkers, what would you say to them if they were going to drink? For starters, if I was to see someone or meet someone who was about to have a drinking problem or start drinking alcohol, I would just tell them to stop and think about how this could affect things like like your work life or school or education. Um, and like the advocacy, right? It's the act of speaking and standing up to take action to promote a cause. And I think that we all need to like support each other more to help prevent people from starting an alcohol addiction. Um, I think that inherently drinking alcohol isn't bad, but I think the reason why you drink alcohol is bad. Like for me, I drank alcohol because I was really bored and I needed something to escape. I said of escape, but for some people it might be different. I see. Now, tell us about how you ended your alcohol addiction. What was that turning point in your life that made you want to stop drinking? Well, for me, it was more realizing that alcohol was the root of most of my problems that were major in my life at the time. Uh, I was, my friend was a drunk driver, and we got into a serious accident, and that was one of the reasons why. And my friend's house got shot up because we were in a gang. I guess he was in a gang. I just happened to be there, and there was an argument over drinking, and I guess drinking was more of like a catalyst that just kind of made the whole scene more dangerous, and they shot each other. And luckily, they're okay now. But it was a very scary moment for me, and Sarah left me because I was too much of an alcoholic. Sarah, come back. So, what can we take away from this interview? Well, to put it simply, drinking is bad, and you shouldn't do it. If you see something, say something. Let them know about consequences and repercussions to their actions, but also be forgiving and allow them to have a second chance. Be sure to advocate for your fellow classmates and friends. Only together can we build a stronger community to protect our loved ones from harm and addiction.